The reason why you're not getting what you want out of life is because you're not giving what you have. You have to sacrifice in order to get what you want out of this life. It doesn't matter what it is. If you hold on to everything that you have so tightly, then that's all you'll ever get. If you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become your own boss, but you can't let go of that 2-week paycheck and you're so comfortable with everything that you have, then you'll never get what you want. If you're an incel and you're tired of being an incel and you want that woman, but every single time you see one, you're afraid and you can't let go of your ego because you're scared you might get rejected, then you're not giving up what you have. If you want a fit body, but you can't give up the discomfort that you feel, okay, I feel uncomfortable. So what? Give up that comfort in order to get the body that you want. You will not get that body without giving something up first. So understand that everything in this life is a give and take, and it's a very selfish mindset to have in general. If you think that out with people, right? Whether it's talking to people, whether it's life in general, if you're out there giving to people, you're providing service, eventually you're going to get back what you planted, right? The seeds that you planted in this world, you will reap what you sow. But if you're just taking from everybody, you are a selfish person. You will not get what you want of this life. And if you do, it won't be for long because you're not planting the seeds the right way. In this life, you have to sacrifice. As simple as that. So nothing will ever change until something changes. Understand that. Nothing changes unless something changes, right? So let's say just one simple action, one action can completely change the results that you're getting. So if you want to become less lazy, then taking out distractions out of your life will help you with just staying comfortable, scrolling, wasting your time because it feels good. So taking out the distractions and replacing it with something, that's just one simple action. Replacing it with something productive, like journaling, like reading a book, like working out. This is just one simple action, just switching that out. But now everything else around it has to change because since you change that one thing, everything around it has to change. If you change your actions, if you change what you are doing daily, everything around you will change. And it might not happen quick. It might not happen right away because it depends on the level of action, right? Something as small as the time that you wake up, sure, it's not going to change your life immediately right away, but it does change something. What happens? You wake up a couple hours earlier. Now you have more time. Now that time, you can do more in that time. Add that up throughout 7 days. Add that up in the months, in the years. Guess what? That one simple action has now changed so much because of the fact that you changed one thing. You gave up something that you had in this very moment in order to get something that you wanted. So if you guys are tired of being incels, you're tired of being a loser, then guess what? You have to give up this ego. How do you have this ego? You hold on and you cling to this ego so dearly, but at the end of the day, you have no results to show for it. If you lose it all, where are you going to be? You're going to be back at ground zero, exactly where you're at. If you're scared to quit your job, listen, I'm not saying be irresponsible, stack up that bread. But at the end of the day, don't wait until you're in your deathbed so you can look back and just regret everything for never taking action, for never giving something up. Because you were too afraid. You were so afraid that if I give this up, what if I fail? What if I give this up and I fail? What if I give up my 2-week paycheck and my journey as an entrepreneur does not succeed? So you'll never be able to achieve what you really want. You truly want to be an entrepreneur. You truly want to be your own boss, but you're too afraid to give this up, this comfort, this security. You're afraid to give that up. This is my 2-week paycheck, and I won't give it up to get what I truly want. Understand that that's what's holding you back. You're an incel. You see a beautiful woman. You say, man, I wish I could have her. You're feeling angry. You're feeling mad that all the Chads and Tyrones are out there smashing them, right? Clapping their cheeks. And you're mad. You're over here just angry that that is not you. But the reason why it's not you is because the Chad and the Tyrone are giving up something. They're putting their balls on the line. They're saying, listen, I don't care. I don't care if I go out there, I approach her and she says no. I don't care. So you're giving up that sense of pride and ego to where you can't be seen as someone who fails. Because if someone sees you fail, then that means you're a loser. No, you're a loser because you don't try. You're not a loser because you go out there, you try and you fail. I actually respect a man who tries and fails. He actually tried. He had the balls to try. But a man who cannot try at all, that's the motherfucker who's the loser. So if you want that beautiful woman, if you want to have a girlfriend, if you're really genuinely tired of being an incel, stop holding on to this mindset that I don't want to go out there and get rejected because it's going to be the end of the world. Oh no, I'm going to get rejected and what? I'm going to have no hoes. You have no hoes right now. So go talk to that woman, because otherwise, if you don't give up what you have, you're not going to receive what it is that you want in this life. This goes for everything. If you go out there and you give to the world, you provide a service, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your YouTube, whether it's just being a kind, generous person in your community, eventually it will come back to you. Whatever it is that you want to call it, right? Some people call it karma. Some people call it just being a good person in life. Some people call it God. Whatever you call it, if you put out into the world, you will receive. Whatever you put out is what you'll get. If you're out there and you're being stingy with your energy, with your kindness, with the things that you want out of life, right? The things that you want in return, if you're being stingy with all those things, then don't expect nothing when the time comes around. When the time comes around and it's your turn, don't expect anything. You haven't sowed anything. You haven't planted the seeds because you've been holding on so tightly to what it is that you have. You've been saying, no, I can't let go of this. I can't let go of this. I want to become a YouTuber. I want to become someone who shares my opinions. I want to become someone who doesn't care about what other people think. But I also want to hold on to this fear and this ego of never wanting to be seen as someone who can do anything wrong or who can fail. Guess what, bro? Reality check. Nobody gives a fuck. The reality is nobody cares what it is that you're doing. So it's better to just speak your mind. And if people talk about it, if people say something negative, who cares? You're going to go to the end of your life and your deathbed and you're going to look back and think, man, I lived 75, 80%, 90% of my life censoring myself from saying what I truly wanted to say. And if you can't even say what you want to say openly without the fear of being criticized, then guess what? You will not be able to get on a camera and say your opinions. You will not be able to go up to the woman that you want and tell her what it is that's on your mind. You will forever be in the friend zone. You will never be able to go out there and make sales. Why? Because you were holding on to this idea that you're just supposed to be this perfect human being that is never judged, that never does anything wrong, that can never fail. And that's why you're a loser. So understand that if nothing changes, nothing will change. You have to change something. Okay, stop holding on to everything you have so tightly, because if you are, get comfortable with it, because that's all you'll ever get. All right, guys, like the video. Peace out.